fair trade. Two words whose meaning Kenya says represent pretty much everything that makes this 14th session of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development worth it. The country says it is pushing to have a resolution passed around fair international trading systems.
The world is becoming much more complex, much more globalized, and yet it's not a level playing field. There are big players, small players, developed to developing. So some of the things to be discussed here is actually how to make sure, especially for the developing countries, to have favorable trading arrangements that deals with issues of non-tariff barriers, for example. Are they fair? Do they actually support these countries to increase their trade volumes?
As the session goes into the 5th day and with delegates burning the midnight oil, racing against time to come up with a Nairobi Azimio that is acceptable to all, it is not without disagreements. One of the concerns that is coming up here at this meeting is that developing countries are losing an estimated $23 billion annually to a group of 20 countries for failing to comply with these countries' non-tariff measures. Now, Kenya itself has suffered this. As you remember, last year, Kenya had a lot of issues with the EU due to phytosanitary measures.
South Africa, avocados going to South Africa is having some challenges. And I was with the Minister for Trade and Industry from South Africa yesterday to discuss exactly that. So these are issues that on a much more broader multilateral level are being discussed in the bigger audiences, but on a bilateral level, we are having discussions with specific countries with whom we have some challenges.
Despite the challenges, the Ministry of Industry and Trade says the country is not badly off because a World Investment Report released by the UNCTAD has set Kenya's foreign direct investments at a record $1.4 billion last year due to renewed investor interest and confidence in the business climate. Zeynab Wandati, NTV.